Yes, the video some of you guys never want to click on. The video you sometimes need to click on to understand whether or not your Volkswagen GTI is going to blow up. Not literally, but kind of literally, because the timing chain is a very serious part of the engine. It's probably, I mean, it's not probably, it is the thing that makes the car go round. Woo! And you never want to have to actually go down the rabbit hole with a higher mileage Volkswagen GTI 2010 to 2011, especially because of the poorly made timing guides, the plastic, blah blah blah, you've all heard of it, and how they fail relatively early and you don't notice it and it blows your engine up and you need a new engine in order to drive, because it just destroys your pistons, throws everything around, crushes stuff, like just craziness. And today I went and got my timing chain checked because I started to know some symptoms that show signs of chain wear and stretch. What I got for my Volkswagen GTI, which is a negative 4.68, just the good numbers you want to hear if you ever get your chain checked are negative 4 and below. Those are like still drivable. Anything past 4 you need to really think about changing and having that money, because timing chains are very expensive to change, in the thousands depending on where you're at. Money always changes. But then if you get a negative 5, you probably should just change it right there if you can. And if you get a negative 6, oh my god, how are you still driving? Because that's pretty much like explodey zone, and I'm at the negative 4.60. so personally I think I'm gonna run it more towards 5 to save up a little bit, because I'm not just gonna throw $2,000 at it right away. So the symptoms you need to know to see if your timing chain is wearing out and needs to get checked, so you know where you are. If you have access to get your chain checked right away with no BD11 or a mechanic nearby that you're really good with and they can just check it for you, or you have the VDS software to check it, which is a VACCOM, you just click it to your computer and all that stuff, check it. You already know, you can check it, whatever. But for the people who don't have access to that all the time, every day, and they use it as a daily driver, and you kind of want symptoms and signs of wear, is that it's pretty easy and it's kind of subtle. If you really know your car, it's easy. Misfires. Your car will misfire without designated codes, especially if you're on the higher mileage, which means there's no like set time. Everyone just uses around the 100,000 mile mark to say, hey, check it, change it, and be good with it. But if you're a better owner, you can do it earlier and just not worry at all and have a perfectly clean Volkswagen. But if you're in the higher mileage, I would say 75,000 plus, just start preparing yourself for these, especially for these symptoms, so you know whether or not to get it checked to see where you're at. Is misfires. If you've done coil packs and spark plugs. If you haven't done coil packs and spark plugs and you have misfires, just get that checked. If you're having misfires and you've already done coil packs and spark plugs, definitely get it checked. I would, just to be safe. That's a telltale sign of some serious timing chain wear. And then the next one is going to be power loss, power reduction in your car. If you've been driving your car for a while and you're starting to feel your car kind of like pull back and not be as powerful, it's either one of two things. It's your carbon cleaning or it's your timing chain. And if you have a carbon cleaning and it's still power reduced and kind of like this, you're not really throwing in codes for anything else, that's definitely a timing change symptom. You want to get it checked out and make sure it's not stretched, and trust me, it's a really good idea. And then the next one you want to actually, this is when startups. When you go to start your car on a cold day or when it's been sitting, whatever, and you go to turn it on, maybe you have someone else turn it on and you stand by the hood, you just look for like a chain like rattle right when the car starts. You'll hear it go. It's pretty, you could notice it pretty well if you listen. That'll tell you the chain is stretching and you need to get it checked out or possibly replaced. And if your engine is kind of like shaking sometimes, vibrates, because, you know, like the misfires and the chain itself, because the chain's kind of like loose. If you see that, That means the chain's getting loose and it's kind of getting scary, especially if you've done engine mounts and all that stuff. You could get engine mounts checked, but that's definitely another culprit to timing chain wear. So these are the main symptoms you can look out for in a timing chain when it's going bad at the higher mileages, just to like, so you're aware. Don't freak out though, unless you're higher mileage and you've never checked it. Definitely get it checked. Usually mechanics will check it for free for you. I don't know, we're in your area or whatever, but they can. So if you have access, just get it checked by OBD11, go ahead. Because that's a really good idea to know where you're at, because you don't want the engine to just gone, done. And then you're $4,000, $5,000 into it. And you're like, oh, no, bye-bye GTI, and then you have the worst experience with it, right? But go ahead, get it checked. I hope these signs and symptoms that I'm telling you will help you prepare and be aware whether or not your chain is expiring. So that was a real quick video for you guys. I want you guys to be aware, because that's what I'm going through right now. I've hit 100,000 miles on my GTI, and I said, you know what, I got to get it checked. I've driven this car, I've taken care of it, I've done all this stuff, and now I felt some of those symptoms I showed you, and then sure enough, I'm in the 4s, which I need to save up and get ready to do, so I'm going to. And one more quick tip, some of you guys might say this, but our gauge, the P3 gauge, will not show you that. I've heard that the Cobb access port in one of its areas can actually show you that. I think it's like 093 section. I don't know. I have a Cobb. I don't know it. So I heard the Cobb could show you, but I also heard it's not as actual VCSD, VCDS. I don't even know the freaking abbreviations. I wouldn't rely too much on the Cobb, because I've heard things that it's all over the place and it's not truly accurate. P3 has an ignition timing, which is not the same thing. No, P3, no, it doesn't have it. But guys, there's a car, cool. Freaking headliner falling off. Hate it, whatever. That is the real quick video to be aware of your timing chain and what to look out for and all that stuff, because I want to help you guys keep your GTIs healthy and be in front of stuff breaking. That's the biggest part, is being in front of things that will break, so your car stays very well maintained, and it's not expensive when you do that. So please do take this into consideration. Pay attention to your GTI if you're up there in miles, guys. And thank you so much for watching this video. I'm gonna go ahead and go work out and then drive this baby home. So leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment down below if you've taken care of your timing chain, or if there's any other things you want to put into it. And I will see you guys on the next video. Later!